Yes. There you go.
Awesome.
Enjoy the shirts.
Yeah, please do. Tell all your friends.
Brag.
Yeah.
You know.
Show them around. Let them know where you got it.
Yeah. While you're running your races, you know, throw those shirts on. I mean.
Yeah, you should wear those shirts in your next race.
Free advertising.
Probably warm up in them.
Yeah, they're great warm-up shirts.
You know?
When's the next invitational? When's the next meet for you?
Conference. Which is here.
Here? Oh, so a little home field advantage?
Yep.
First
time, and they rotate every 13 years, so it'll be the first time in history that's in the Springs.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty historic. And when is that, and where is it?
October 20th? Yeah, Saturday, October 20th.
So that's coming up in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, Nike will be there, Flow Track, so it's a pretty big event. So
really? And
whoever's listening out there should.
Yeah, all of our listening Lions, you should show up. Where is it going to be?
It's at Monument Valley Park.
Monument Valley Park. Is that the same place where the Rust Buster was held?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, and both teams did pretty well in the Rust Buster. So,
hopefully we can carry it over.
That's right. That's what I'm hoping for. Well, we wish you all the luck in that invitational there, and we wish you all the luck for the rest of the season. We'd like to thank you both for stopping by as you were our guests here on the Lions Den, Mike English and Madison Naher. Thank you for stopping by. We really appreciate your time, and hope you enjoy those shirts.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Appreciate
Absolutely. Well, when we come back, we're going to cover a little bit of men's soccer. So, with that in mind, they got Georgia on their mind. So, to send us to break, here's Georgia on my mind.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. I said, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly. Still in the peaceful dreams I see, the road leads back to you. I said, Georgia, oh, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see, the road leads back to you. Whoa, Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. I said just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are still tuned in to the Lion's Den, the official source for UCCS Sports. This is your host, MJ Arjamandi, and I am still being joined right now, as always, by the excellence of execution, the hitman, Martin Hines.
That's right.
Martin, how was that segment? How'd that go?
I thought it was fun. I like when we play games with our guests.
Yeah, I think they like it too, Martin.
You know what? They're all competitive. That's in their nature. They like to compete. So I think when we have these games and contests, it brings out their natural instincts.
Yeah, you see the killer instincts coming out. They both want that shirt. Everybody wants the shirt, but everybody gets a shirt. You come on the show, you're gonna get a shirt.
But we don't want them to know that. We want them because we don't want them to let up.
No, you're absolutely right. Well, as promised, Georgia on our mind as we went to break with. And it's coming back now because we're going to talk a little bit about men's soccer. As I mentioned earlier, the hottest team in the RMAC, Martin. Can you believe that? Men's soccer is on an absolute tear right now. They're currently 5-4 overall, 4-2 in the RMAC, which lands them second place in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. But they're on a 4-game winning streak.
You know why I can believe that?
Why, Martin? Why do you believe that?
Well, because we had Matthew Coxie come on.
Coxie was on the show.
We had Johnny Keene, Coach Johnny Keene
was on the show.
And naturally, we had two people from that team come on our show, so naturally they're going to win.
Well, they played some tough opponents early on in the season, and they were struggling a little bit.
Yeah, they had to gel.
They had to gel,
yeah.
and they had to den. They had to gel and they had to den.
That's right.
They came on the den. This is the show, the Lions Den. And then they gelled afterwards, and things have been rolling.
And I guess it helps to have Shashwar on your
he's
team.
Lights out. But you know what I found interesting, Martin? We ran into Johnny Keene yesterday, and we talked to him a little bit, and he made mention of a few adjustments that he made after their last loss to Metro State. And he said that he switched the positions of a few of his seniors, one Mash Sashwar. He also changed the position of Brett Dress and Gabe Kos. And ever since then, the Mountain Lions are undefeated.
But see, you will not hear that anywhere else.
That's right. That's why we're the official source.
Because we have the trust of the coaches. They meet with us and they say, you know what? This is what's really going on.
Yeah.
This is what's behind our success.
Scoop. That's right.
And he also acknowledged that coming on the Den.
He did.
That's the big thing. In fact, he wants them to come on more often so they can keep winning. But really, let's be honest here. The changes he made with the team, just because he has a good understanding of the personnel, who's on that team, and I think they just needed some time to come together.
I'm not going to lie, Martin. Before the season started, I was a little concerned about the men's soccer team, simply because it is a new coach. And not to say Johnny Keene hasn't been here before and that the guys aren't familiar with him, because he was the assistant coach last season. But anytime that transition happens, you always have to kind of question how the players are going to respond to that. How are they going to react to the new change, to the new coach? And is that a right fit? As students here at UCCS, we always say it's obviously about the course you take, the class you're taking, but it's also a lot about the teacher or professor teaching the class. And the coach, Johnny Keene, is like that professor there teaching them. And he seems to be able to get to them. He's doing a really good job. And those adjustments that he made and the result of winning 4 games afterwards clearly demonstrates that he knows how to get the best out of his players. He's doing a great job. I think Johnny Keene is doing an outstanding job as the head coach of the men's soccer team. It was a little bit of a shaky start, but they've come back with vengeance, Martin. They've beaten 2 ranked teams in a week's time.
Well, I'll tell you what, he even said he's been getting calls from other coaches saying...
He said that, that's right. Wanting to know how they beat Fort Lewis, who was ranked 17th in the nation, and the Mountain Lions went up there and beat Fort Lewis at their home 3-2. Mash Shaswire came away with 2 goals in that game.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yes, impressive. Well, Brett Treff as well.
Yeah, Brett Dreffs had a goal in that game as well. And then the Mountain Lions went, and they also took on 23rd ranked Colorado Mines. And you know what happened in that game, Martin?
I don't know. What happened?
The Mountain Lions won.
And who scored? Let's give credit where credit's due. Who scored that goal?
Marshall Heiner scored that goal, his first of the season. That was here this past Friday night. I was announcing that game, and I looked down and I saw it was Heiner's first goal of the season, and you see all the guys just running over and congratulating him, hugging him, and that was the sole goal of the game. And that led the Mountain Lions to the 1-0 victory over 23rd ranked Colorado Mines. A huge win for the Mountain Lions.
And you know what? If you just adjusted Marshall Heiner's name just a bit, he would be, and we could be brothers.
He could be.
Yeah, Martin Hines, Marshall Heiner. You see that? Just add the S.
I see what you're doing there.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. So you should be going and getting the inside scoop from Heiner and approach him in that way. Hey, I'm your distant brother with a different last name.
Mother, too. Yeah, I'm sure. But guess what? We will be covering the teams coming up this week.
Well, that's right, Martin. Before we get to that, though, the Mountain Lions won 2 other games this week. Since the last time that we met, since the last time all of you listening Lions heard the Lions Den show, the Mountain Lions won 4 games. That's pretty unbelievable.
They've been on a roll. And, you know, I know they may not be our rival in every sport, but it's always nice when you can beat Colorado State University in Pueblo.
Yeah, my sister goes to Pueblo, and I always like to rub it in when we beat them in sports. Yeah, big rivalry, the Steel and Silver Series, and we're going to cover that a little bit later too. But right now, Mountain Lions, with that win on Sunday against CSU Pueblo, you know who scored in that matchup for the Mountain Lions? Can you take a guess?
I'm going to say his name is the title of a TV show.
One of the longest reigning in history?
That's right.
And you know what? When MASH scores, he doesn't just score one. I don't know if he knows how to do that. Because, again, another 2-goal game by MASH Chassoir.
He's a little greedy.
You know what? He is. But I think the rest of the team is okay with that.
Yeah, I think they'll let him keep scoring as much as he wants.
I don't think they're going to stop him. No, they're not going to bother him about that. The Mountain Lions also beat Adams State 2-0. Brandon Von Pacty, that's a fun name to say.
Thank you for...
You know what, Martin? I almost left you hanging there to let you say that one, simply because that's a very tricky name. If I wasn't the announcer for the soccer matches here, I would know.
Yeah,
you know,
I would have butchered that name.
Well, I think I did the first couple games as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, these guys, you know, they have some interesting names. I mean...
Well, we're international, Martin.
Yes.
You know what? And that's probably why the Mountain Lions are doing as well as they are. Is because they have accents. We talked a little bit about that last week.
Accents are a big deal.
Of the accent. We
accents
got a few
are
accents on the team, and that makes us a little more.
You know, that's why we should have them onto the show. A little, you know, easy on the listening.
An accent edition of the Lions Den.
That's right.
We'll get David Harmer in here. He's got a phenomenal accent from the UK.
People will
Mash is from London.
Yeah, people will tune in and they'll think, "Is this UCCS Radio? What the heck's going on?"
Yeah, we'll have an international show one day. That's right. So once again, the Mountain Lions went on an absolute tear, and our player of the week for the RMAC is Brandon Costa. He was the defensive player of the week, and as a result, he's going to be our Shining Lion.
Shining Lion.
That's right. Brandon Costa is the RMAC Defensive Player of the Week after UCCS won, and they only allowed 1 goal in their last 3 games. That is why he's the player of the week.
That's a big part of winning, is not letting the other team score.
Well, anytime that you can not allow the other team to score and you score, you're probably going to have a good chance of winning that game.
Do you see that our listeners appreciate that deep inside analysis?
That's like a John Madden type.
Yes.
You see, what you're going to do is score a point and not let the other team score a point, and boom, you win.
Yeah, you win by scoring 1 more point than your opponent.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what we've done.
Yes.
Well, in the past 3, the Mountain Lions have outscored their opponents 5-0, which has led us to a 4-0 streak. And the catalyst to all that is Brandon Costa, the goalkeeper for the Mountain Lions, and he's done an excellent job. He's from Folly Beach, South Carolina, and Brandon Costa started and played all 18 games last year. He had 75 saves with 9 wins. and he had a career high of 11 saves against Regis exactly a year ago on October 2nd. So, to the day. So it's kind of fitting that exactly 1 year after his highest career save total, he is the Shining Lion here on the Lions Den. It only seems to fit. It only seems to make sense.
The universe is right.
Would you have it any other way?
I don't think so.
All the stars have aligned.
That's right.
That's why the listening lions are right now intently listening to every single word that we have to say.
Yes, and bored out of their mind now.
No, but we do got to cover quite a few things still here in the show, so we're going to go ahead and get moving. But coming up next for the men's soccer as well as for the women's soccer, they're going to play Colorado Christian on Friday night here at Mountain Lion Stadium. And you know what that is, Martin? Do you have any idea what Friday is?
Friday is the march.
The march. What's the march?
It's it's celebrating homecoming. It's one of the last events we will be having. In fact, all week there's homecoming events.
That's right, Martin. And you know what? We are the official source for UCCS Sports, and we wanted to get the inside scoop over what the march is. So we went ahead yesterday and we met with Nick Hostetter, who is the graduate assistant for the OSA, which is the Office of Student Activities here at UCCS. They are sponsoring the march this year, and we met with him yesterday for a little interview to ask him, the inside source, what the march is all about. So we're going to go ahead and play that right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined right now in the studio by Nick Hostetter, who is the graduate assistant for OSA, that is the Office of Student Activities here at UCCS. And Nick is in charge of the annual march that we're hosting this Friday night as UCCS takes on Colorado Christian for soccer action at Mountain Lion Field. Nick, we'd like to thank you for stopping by. And could you just tell our listening Lions out there a little bit about the march and what it is all about?
Sure. So the march is one of our few
student events?
Yes. That we do that promotes athletics and school spirit. So it all start in the housing quad up on main campus. There'll be face painting, body painting.
Body painting.
I think Martin's in for that. I think Martin wants to get all painted up for the games.
You should.
The whole body?
Sure.
So if Martin goes down there, you'll paint him up? You guys will take care of him?
I will not, but
Somebody will, though. Somebody will paint Martin.
You know what? They're going to have to bring a lot of paint.
They're going to need a lot of paint to paint Martin up. So what happens? They all meet. These are all freshmen or students who live in the dormitories here on campus?
It is all students. Doesn't matter if you live on campus or on campus. We'll meet there. Kind of like a pep rally, and then we'll march down to Four Diamonds where there'll be T-shirts, more free food, pizza, soccer games, and a surprise at halftime.
Surprise at halftime. Ooh, who doesn't like surprises at halftime?
Yeah,
that's right.
That is awesome.
So you guys are giving free shirts, Monster, food, and a surprise.
And a surprise, yes.
Nice.
So how many students do you anticipate coming out for this event?
500.
500
Hopefully
students.
more.
I think that would be the biggest crowd reception we've had, biggest attendance for any game, just in the students alone, if we had that many show up. So that'd be great. And why do you do all this? What is this for? What's the point of this march?
We do it as part of homecoming week.
Ah, it's homecoming.
It is homecoming.
I see. So that's a way to kick off some of the festivities for the annual homecoming week here as part of the march.
Yep, it's actually one of the last events. But
closing out the homecoming.
Closing out homecoming week big. Yep.
Okay, that sounds great. Well, Nick, we'd like to thank you for stopping by the studio, and we'd like to encourage anybody and everybody out there, all of our listening Lions, to stop by, get painted with Martin, come for a surprise, get some pizza. It's going to be a lot of fun, or at least Nick says it's going to be a lot of fun.
It will.
It will be.
I promise.
Nick promises it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, Nick, thanks for stopping by.
The surprise is I'm going to be streaking a full body paint during.
I was going to go until that. It's all right. It's still going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
There won't be anybody left after that.
No, he's going to scare everybody away. Well, thanks again, Nick, for stopping by, and we look forward to seeing you at our at the march this Friday night. Well, indeed, we'd like to thank Nick for stopping by, and that was a lot of fun, that little segment. It was only about a 3-minute interview with Nick, but we had a lot of fun during that segment, and we're going to have a lot of fun this Friday for the March. Martin's going to be there in full body paint, scaring everybody away, and we're going to be signing autographs, but Martin, I don't think anybody's going to approach you if you're streaking it up in that full body paint. Yeah. You got to be careful.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't bring kids to the event.
It's an adult-only zone, 18 and older.
Well, I mean, it'll traumatize adults too. But,
yeah, absolutely. You know, I have to be there, so I gotta be part of all that.
Yes.
But the March this Friday night at Mountain Lion Stadium, as UCCS will host Colorado Christian, both the men's and the women's. So we got a double header, and as Nick said, a surprise at the halftime of the men's game. So that's going to be quite an interesting event.
So I would attend.
Well, I'm going to attend for sure. The women's soccer team, on the flip side of things, they split on the weekend as they lost to Colorado Mines at home, their first home loss of the season, which gives them a home record of 6-1 now. And then they went on to beat CSU Pueblo 3-0, getting goals from 3 separate players, Hannah Levette, Lindsay Birdseye, and Jade Hilbert, each having a goal. After the win this weekend, the Mountain Lions winning on both sides of the soccer. So the Mountain Lions now have a 4-0 lead in the Steel and Silver Series. And that's a rivalry that we have with CSU Pueblo. And Martin, we're crushing.
You know what?
We win every year.
We're just sticking it
always win.
To CSU Pueblo.
What the Steel and Silver Series is a rivalry between the two schools in which we compete both in athletics but also in academics. And the way it works is for each sport and every contest there's 2 points awarded to the winner. So for example, there was 2 games over the weekend. Each game was worth 2 points apiece. 4 points total. The Mountain Lions won both games, so they came ahead by 4 points. At the end of the season, they also accumulate all of the GPAs for the athletes on each respected teams that both schools have in common. And whoever has the highest GPA, say in men's soccer, will get 5 more points.
And I'm pretty sure we're winning that one, too.
Well, yeah. You see, CSU Pueblo really has to win on the field or on the court or wherever the athletic contest is if they want to win the Steel and Silver Series. But the Mountain Lions are ahead 4-0 because we're going to win in the GPA.
Yes.
That's a lock. UCCS has got that. So they really need to start stepping it up on the athletic side. But if they don't, then we will win for our 8th consecutive year. We're undefeated in the Steel and Silver Series, winning all 7 years thus far.
And let's give credit to our educators here and the administrators as well.
Absolutely. I agree, Martin. The professors here at UCCS have to take some kind of praise for how well that the athletes do academically.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why we get such great athletes coming to the university is for the academics.
Well, you know what, Martin? We have the march on Friday.
Yes.
But you know what's before Friday?
What? Thursday.
Thursday, yeah, you're right.
Thursday is before Friday.
Wednesday's before Friday. Tuesday's before Friday.
That's
right now it's before Friday. But what I'm talking about is
the whiteout.
The whiteout night. Absolutely.
Yes.
Martin, we got another event coming up on Thursday night. Events everywhere.
Yes.
For sports enthusiasts of UCCS athletics, this is your week. Because on Thursday night, we have the annual whiteout night for UCCS volleyball. And UCCS volleyball will take on Western State, New Mexico this Thursday night, for whiteout night, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody's encouraged to wear all of their whitest apparel, and we're going to be giving away shirts and Monster drinks
and help keep the team undefeated at home.
That's right. The Mountain Lions still undefeated at home, 6-0 on the season here at the Gallagly Event Center, and currently 9-5 overall, 4-2 in the RMAC. They went up against 2 tough teams in Denver this past weekend. They fall to Metro State and Regis, both nationally ranked teams. So the Mountain Lion volleyball team looking to get back on the plus side of things. And what better way to do it than to host the whiteout night here at home where they're 6-0. That's the perfect way for the Mountain Lion ladies on the volleyball team to get back on the right side of things, get back on the winning side of things. And they're going to be back here on Saturday. So 2 nights of volleyball action here at UCCS. On Friday night, they're going to take on New Mexico Highlands.
And UCCS has won the last 7.
That's right, the last 7 against New Mexico Highlands. So that is indeed a matchup that the Mountain Lions are savoring, looking forward to defending home court. And if they finish this weekend the way that they could, they're coming away as 8-0 at home. Still undefeated at home. So, the Mountain Lion ladies there on the volleyball team looking to extend that home winning streak and have a great opportunity to do so. And we're going to cover all that next week, give you all the results. Martin and I will both be there for the march, for the whiteout night, and let you know how all that went. And right now, the Mountain Lions, as we speak, are in Bend, Oregon for the golf team as they are taking part in the Division II Preview golf tournament. And right now, Eddie DeLashma doing a great job leading the Mountain Lions. Currently, the Mountain Lions are in 10th place. At least they were as of the end of yesterday's round, but right now playing as we speak, and next week we'll give you all of the results from that. And next week, Martin, we're hoping to get Grant Dean on the show. Yes. I met with him last week. He said he was looking forward to coming on the show. He was the RMAC Golfer of the Week just 2 weeks ago, so hoping to get him on the show, come talk some golf with us, and tell us how the team's doing, and maybe, he might just get himself a little shirt.
Yeah, maybe we'll play another little game.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, we got
trivia.
Shirts. We got trivia, and if he does a good job, he's going to get a shirt. And he's going to tell all his friends, and then all the other guys on the golf team are going to.
And then they'll tell 2 friends, and then they'll tell 2 friends.
And then in a month's time, everybody in the world will know about the Lions Den.
That's right.
And our listening Lions out there, don't forget to follow us on Twitter.
And Facebook. Stalk us on Facebook.
Yeah, stalk us on Facebook. We love our stalkers on Facebook. Get on there, like us. It's the Lions Den UCCS. Hit us up. We'll post pictures of today's show on there with our guests and a lot of other cool stuff on there. So please check us out on there. And before we go, though, Martin, as I said, a very busy week. So yes. I want to recap this upcoming week and preview everything coming one more time because we have so much on the horizon.
And what to watch for?
What to watch for? Martin, what do we have to watch for? Everything!
Well, the first week, what to watch for, the first week of October. We've got Grant Dean on next week's show. We've got Whiteout Night Thursday versus Western New Mexico. The volleyball team starts at 7.
At the Gallagly Event Center.
The Gallagly.
Right. I would show up a little earlier than 7 o'clock if you want a free shirt and you want some of these other extras that we're going to be having there to give away. Show up before 7. The game will start at 7, so I'd be there at least an hour early for Whiteout Night.
And then we have the March on Friday, doubleheader versus Colorado Christian, men and women.
That's right.
Starts at 5.
But the festivities, once again, start a little earlier. Nick said that everything should start around 3:30, 4 o'clock.
You got to march.
You don't have to march.
You don't have to march.
It's more fun to march,
yes.
though.
And then we've got Metro State Cross Country Invitational on Saturday.
That's right.
And that's, as our guest alluded to, that is a big thing. That hasn't happened here.
Well, that one's in 2 weeks. The one that they were talking about
in 2 weeks, yes.
But they have one in the midst of that. Another little tune-up, as though the cross-country team really needs it. They really don't.
Yes, and then again we have volleyball on Saturday night versus New Mexico Highlands, and that starts at 5. And then we end with the doubleheader on Sunday versus Colorado Mesa. And
soccer.
That's right. Soccer starts, men's and women's. It starts at 11:30. And come out and watch them keep the roll going.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're on fire.
Yes, they are.
I just have to preface this, Martin. Do you know how exciting it is to be a sports fan here at UCCS right now?
It is. And I'll tell you, both teams... all the teams are doing well, but guess what? This is homecoming week, so show your pride. Come out here and support your teams.
That's right. The teams here always need the support of their fellow Lions.
Yes.
And all of you out there are listening Lions, please come out, support the games, be there. It's Whiteout Night Thursday. It's the March on Friday. We got games and events all weekend starting from Thursday to Sunday. Please join us. Martin and I will both be out there. Come get our autographs. Come out there, get painted with us. Come have fun. It's going to be a great time. For this week's episode of The Lion's Den, I am your host, MJ Arjamandi, alongside the excellence of execution, Martin the Hitman Hines.
Thank you very much.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, please tune in next week, Tuesday morning at 10 for more of The Lion's Den. Check us out on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you next week.